So here in Python, you can simply start writing anything, it will get executed from top to bottom. In Java and other languages, you have to start with some class, okay? This, like this, then you have to do public, static, void, main, right? So the execution starts only from this method. The compiler will look for this method, and only there from there code will start executing in Java. I'm sure similarly in .NET also something is there. Okay, I'm not so much into .NET. In Python, you can absolutely start writing function def. So in JavaScript, how many of you know JavaScript, guys? Put yes in the chat quickly. So in JavaScript, you write function like this, right? Function, some function, okay, and some x comma y, and like this you'll write the function body. But in Python, you'll write def. Def is the instead of function, you'll write def addition function name number 1 comma number 2 colon, and then you have to indent. This indentation means this function's body is starting now. Okay, so return num1 plus num2. Okay, so this indentation is a must. This indentation is a must. Otherwise, what will happen if this indentation is not there? This return statement is not counted as this function's body. These are most basics, guys. This is the body of the method. Now, how to specify the types? The types, okay. In Python, there are for us 4 to 5 data types. Integer, let me comment it out. Integer. A comment in Python starts with a hash. Guys, 5-10 minutes only will cover the basics. Then we'll go forward for little advanced stuff. Integer, then we have a float. There is no double, just like in Java, but we don't have any double here. Integer, float, then Boolean type. Then there is something called as a none type. The value is actually only none. The type is none type. Okay. So for null, just like in JavaScript, we have null. Similarly, we have none in Python. Then we have Boolean capital true and capital false. Boolean capital true and capital false. It's not small true and small false. In JavaScript, we have small false, right? Even in JSON, we write small true and small false, but that's not the way in Python. Okay, so it's true and false. Okay, so this is the definition. Now, little advanced stuff. In production code, if you write like this, your manager will reject your code. Why? You can see, I'll open some libraries. You see any library. Okay, so I'll install OpenAI and I'll show you absolutely everywhere you have to write types. Okay, what is the type of num1, right? Just like in JavaScript, there's absolutely you cannot write types, but in TypeScript you can. Similarly, in Python you have to write colon integer. Int means integer. It is a class. In Python, everything is a, yeah, I missed string here. So in Python, everything is a integer, int. We have to colon int. So I'm telling the interpreter, actually not the interpreter. This is a MyPy. MyPy is a linter basically, which will do type checking. The type checker basically. So this will be of type int. I'm telling like that. Okay. In production code. Now, how do you tell that this function will return a data type? It is like this. This arrow marks. Okay. This hyphen greater than int. This is the syntax to tell the return type. Now you will be amazed that this print function is used to print some values to the console. I'm calling the addition function here 1 comma 2. Now, of course, you're getting a squiggly line here. The compiler knows you are expecting an int, but you're passing a string. This is a string. In Python, single quotes and double quotes is the same. This is also a string and this is also a string. Okay. There's no difference, absolutely no difference. And including this 3 brackets, this is a multi-line string, Next, there is something called as an f string. F string is, let's say, person underscore name is equal to Yadav. Okay. In strings, let's say anonymous. So if you want to print this, I was going to demonstrate something else. F string. Okay. I'll write person name is, yeah. So if you want to print the name of the person is an F string. My name is F, not F. Person name. So guys, string formatting. This is the way of embedding the value of this variable into this string. 2 concepts at a time. But yes, you can get it. See, my name is anonymous. So this person name, variable name is substituted here. Now let's say the user did not give any name and I don't want to print empty here. So what I will do, if person name is not none, else anonymous.
None is not empty string.
It will work. Person name, if person name is not,
none is not equal to empty string.
Yeah, actually.
If person name is enough, you don't have to put anything.
Yeah, actually, because the empty string is calculated as none
False.
only, and it converts to a false. Okay, so this is an F string, guys, and this is a short form of if else statement in a single line. If you're not getting it, it's okay. You'll see later and understand again. So let me remove this for now. Okay, so addition of 1 and 2. Now, guys, the important thing is there is no runtime error. Did you observe? This is no runtime error because this is just a type checking. It is not, this type is not enforced on this variable. This type is not enforced on this variable. You should understand a very important thing. That is why, that's not the reason, but these types are must in production code. And now I just installed a library, right? I'll just show you something. Go to any file and see everywhere you'll have the types. See here also what this function is returning. This is the type. Everything has a type. Every function will have a type. Let me go to some functions. Core, right? Let's see. See, everything has a everything has a type. There's no types to show you here. It's comma, nothing is there. See, fd colon, this is of this class type. This is also of this class type. I'll teach you what is callable also. All these, how to write these types also I'll teach you. But guys, you cannot write production code if you don't know how to write these types. Just like TypeScript, right? These days, no, I'm sure no organization can live without TypeScript for a JavaScript project, right? Yes or no, guys? Type yes in the chat. Wow, yeah. Didn't know F string can have a condition. Guys, Chitra, see, you can execute code here actually. Okay, you can execute code here. So that's the thing. This is not just for substitution. You can have any code which returns something. So now this type is not enforced. Can I, guys, type yes in the chat? Please be responsive. Let's be little extroverts. We are already doing so many things. Huh? Everyone. So many people are there. Yeah, 13 people. Okay. Many have joined. Thank you so much. Guys, how many of you know, how many of you get confused with this kind of invocation? Type yes in the chat. How many of you get confused, right? What is this? Vishwam knows, okay. Positional arguments, okay. How many of you don't know? Otherwise, if everyone knows, I'll not touch this topic. Yeah, it's keyword argument, yes. If everyone knows, I'll not touch this. Is there anyone who doesn't know? Type no in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so everyone knows. Great. It's a function call with keyword argument. Yes, both argument 2 and we call the function, right? So guys, the beauty of this one is you can write num2 first, because generally, when we are coding, we remember I should send this for sure, but we don't remember others. So you can simply do colon space and num2 already we have written, so it is not showing num2 is equal to what. So this is called keyword arguments, but after this you cannot give. Okay, let's say I give 2 here. Compiler will complain even if it is 1, because num2 is you have given 1, then which is which? This 2 goes to which? Doesn't know, right? So after you start the keyword arguments, you cannot do positional arguments. Yes, very good, Chitra. Let's progress from here. How many of you know this person is equal to dictionary name, some name, address is some address. Now def print person of, no, sorry, name is equal to name comma. I'm not writing the types just to save time, guys. No return this time. Print f string name. Okay, name is name and address is okay. So how many of you know that you can invoke this like this also? Do you know this pattern? How many of you don't know? Don't know, put a no in the chat. No. Shantanu doesn't know. Srivatsan doesn't know. Chitra also doesn't know. Very good. I have targeted good amount of audience. So guys, this is as good as writing print name is equal to person of name comma what here, and not and print print underscore, not print person, address is equal to person of, hopefully no typos, some name. Yeah, this and this is absolutely same. It's not printing. Did I goof up? Why it's not printing? It's not printing, but you got it, guys. Name, so name is equal to some name will happen, and address, see guys, so this keywords args is nothing like, it will split it like this. Name is equal to some name will come and address is equal to some address will come. Okay, this and this is absolutely same. Okay, any doubts, guys? This is very important because many times in production code, I'll tell you what will happen. Some response will come, response is equal to requests. I'll do the pip install requests. I think where is this thing? Pip install requests. Okay, so request dot get. Okay, first I should import it. Import request dot get. I don't know google.com probably. HTTP colon whatever. I'll not write it, guys. So this is just a get call to a API. Now you'll get a response, right? Let's say the answer will be in response.content. Okay. This variable will have actually the response body of the API call. So if you are sure that name and person is coming, you can simply write like this. Absolutely, it will work. Chitra, please unmute and ask.
Yeah. Hi, Abhijit. Hi, Abhijit. My voice is audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just asking the same thing, that here you wrote star person, right? I mean, for this thing, for address, for taking the values. So I just wanted to know that the way you passed print name and address, right? Name, address here, same way.
This should
same-
match. This should match
Yes,
this name.
This should match. Okay. So
This should match.
whatever
One.
that should match, right? Because
So this name should match.
person is
Yes. I missed to tell. This
Yes,
name should match this name and address should match this.
Okay, and so it is like, even though it is string over there, but you can pass normally. Like you have
The
your
keys.
key
The
is
key.
string. Your key is string over in dictionary, but while passing you have passed. So I thought that whether argument name should be same or what. It's like
This one should be same. This one.
okay.
This keys should be same.
Done, Abhijit. Yeah. Thank you, Abhijit.
Yeah.
Abhijit, one more question.
Yeah.
What if the person dictionary type has more than name and address? What if there are 2-3 more fields? Will it still work or it won't?
Let's try. I'm forgetting. I don't remember everything, right? Let's try. I think it should error out, or I don't know. Didn't do from many days. But this is what is important. Yeah, it will error out mostly.
Okay, so dictionary.
No, hold on. Let's see. That's not right. Yeah. Unexpected keyword argument. So it should be exact. In JavaScript, you can give extra, See, in JavaScript, what happens? I'll just write in 3 quotes. Let's say function addition. In JavaScript, what happens is you simply give num1 comma num2, right? And let's say you give num3. Okay, like this something is there. But if you invoke num1 comma num2 comma some other value also, JavaScript will not complain, right? JavaScript will not simply ignore. And if you give less also, it will become none. The value of num2 will become none. How many of you know this in JavaScript? Let's say this method takes 2 arguments, and if I am while invocation I'm sending only one, this num2 will become null, practically is equal to null. But this function will be called, okay, but not in Python. It's not like that. Okay, guys. So as Chitra pointed out rightly, this name should match this key, this address should match this key. Okay. So guys, let's say you want to only put name and address. How to do that? Let's say you have many arguments. Person has many arguments. What to do? So you'll write a for loop for key in person. So this will loop through the keys. No, person dot keys. Yeah, person dot keys. For every key in this person, you can extract name p underscore name is equal to person dot not dot. You access it like this. Oh, sorry. First you should check, right? If key equals name. Actually, this is also not required. This is also not required. It's a little longer. Yeah. If name in person dot keys, I think it will work like this also. So you do whatever you want. Call it basically, and you can check. Okay, we'll do the combined one. And address in person print underscore person name is equal to person of name comma address is equal to person of. Then this way it is safe. Getting it? I'm calling it here. No, let me do it off. Any doubts still here? How many of you guys got something today? Please type yes in the chat. Yeah, got something. Yes, very good. So typing module, guys. If you want to write production code, you should know. How many of you want to learn something about agent, or you want to learn about typing module? Choice is yours. Typing module is important. Don't underestimate, because you cannot write production applications. Okay, we'll do little bit of both of them. You should never name your Python classes with typing, int, float. Typing module, I'll tell you what is typing module, don't worry. So typing module is nothing but you tell what kind of arguments your function, your method, your class, or whatever will take. Okay, class and methods mainly. Let's say you want to tell that person not person, some variable. I'm not, for lack of ideas, it can have an integer, it might also have a string. Okay, let's say you want to write a variable but not anything else. Let's say you want to write a variable which takes either a string or an integer. How will you write? You will write like this: colon int or type symbol str. See, this color is changing, right? This color is changing. It is a class, inbuilt class, built in. See, it's an inbuilt class. Everything in Python is a class. Even numbers are classes. Okay. Function is a class, file is a class is a class, function is also a object. Sorry, everything is an object. I'm sorry, I'm running ahead of myself. Everything in Python is an object. So int is an object, string is an object, function is an object, class is an object, everything is an object. Actually, it's a dictionary, to be very more specific. It's a dictionary, to be more specific. So if you, there's another way of writing the same thing using typing module. From typing, it's inbuilt module, no need to install. Import union of square brackets. I think it's a comma, if I'm not forgetting. Yes, it's a comma. It can be either int or string or nothing else. Now let's see, find in files, union. See how many places it is used. How many places it is used, guys. Just see the types. Everywhere you can see types. This is, I'm doing a search in the library from OpenAI mostly. Pip internal exception. See, it's all libraries. Everywhere you have this. Everywhere. There's no function where you cannot see this, right? There's absolutely no, in libraries you cannot afford to have no types everywhere. So guys, what you're learning is definitely advanced. So if you want to tell if the variable can take either int or string and nothing else, then some variable is equal to 1. I don't know why he's complaining like this. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes type checking is not so great in Python. You just have to know. Now, let's see. How will you tell if a variable can have none is equal to none? So this is the way to show that some variable doesn't have a value as of now. Okay, now, how to tell if a variable can have either a number or nothing is equal to is colon int or none. This is the way to tell either it can have only an integer or a none. Got it, guys? But the modern way, of course, even in 3.8, it was Python, it was there. So you have another class. Yes, optional. Yes. In fact, the name is also there. Optional of integer. This is another way. Int or none, or you have optional of integer. Now I'll show you the same thing. So much usages. Find in files, optional. See, you'll see this everywhere. Okay, it's very important. We should learn this. So guys, types are there everywhere. In fact, at least I have not seen some application in professional life where you don't have these types. So let's move on. How to tell if a variable is a function? Let's say def addition of num1 comma num2 returns integer. I forgot to write the types. I will write. Okay, return num1 colon. Now let us say I am sending this function to another function. Definitely you'll get this. Optional, you import it from typing. It's a special form. It's a way to tell that, it's a method actually. It's a way to tell what kind of a data type it will have. Option of int is nothing but same as integer or none. In fact, I'll write it in the next line. Int or none equal to none. Forget about this this, but both of them are same. It's important for agents. I will study much about it. Yes. See, concept wise, definitely concept is different. You should know this. Okay, let's move on to agents. I think people are more interested. So I'll cover this and move on to agents. So let's say you want to write a variable. Sandeep, can optional be also used to say int or string? See, optional, the meaning of optional means what? Optional of integer. Either you give an integer or you don't give. The meaning of the word optional is either you give an integer or you don't give anything. That is the meaning of optional. Got it, Sandeep? Okay, that's the way it is. Let's say you want some one variable for lack of names. Okay, is equal to addition. I'm just writing like this. No, let's not do that. We'll write another function. Def take another function. Now you want to tell that I will send a function of this type. This is little advanced, guys. This function will actually take a function. How will you write? Func callable. Come on here. Typing. Callable of input arguments. Here it is int, comma int, and it's returning int. This is the way you write. Callable. A function is a callable. You can call the function, right? This has two input parameters. So first array will tell how many and the types. First input parameter. I will elaborate. Don't worry. This is the input arguments. This is the return type. This is the input arguments. This is the return type. Callable means something which can be called. Basically, functions are callables by default. There are many things like this, but you can make objects also callable in Python. But for now, functions are definitely callables. Okay. So if you want to tell that actually this variable is nothing but a function, of this type, then you can actually return, okay, comma, num1, comma, num2. I'm not writing the types just to save time. Func of num1, comma, num2. Now let's run this. Take another function. We'll write addition. I'll not call it, I'll just send it. I'm not doing braces. I'm just sending, comma, 1, comma, 2. Hopefully, yeah, there's only this. Acha, this syntax is expected. So see this. I didn't print anything. Print of 3. How many of you have doubts? Now we'll go to agents. Chitra, did you understand?
Yes, Abhijit. I just wanted to ask that when you say func colon, that is more of typing part, right? I mean, I will
This is the
explore
typing.
that.
This you're telling the
Yes,
type.
yes. So
Function
that typing
means-
part, typing part I will explore. Just that, callable is a thing where you call the functions, you pass the arguments, and you wrote the return type, right? Int and int are arguments, and return
No.
type is integer.
Yeah,
And
that is
callable
good.
is for function. And colon, I need to just explore typing part. I was not aware of this part. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
callable denotes any callable. Basically, it's a function.
Okay. I'll
You can
explore
make
callable
objects
and
also
typing.
callables, but
Mhm.
that's advanced. That's too advanced, not required for now.
Okay.
Hopefully, the senior folks know that this is what I'm saying is true, right?